Okay, so what you just saw here is a refugee who dominated 3 female Swedish police officers and 1 male security guard. It is suspected that he is mentally ill. At 7 in the morning, he gathered his things in the courtyard and set them on fire. The guard tried to stop him, but the man got violent. Other refugees living in the same asylum house tried to stop him as well, but he started punching towards them. Police were called to the scene, and that's when he started attacking them. And here in the beginning, we can see how another refugee runs at the perpetrator and tries to help the cops out. In fact, several of the other refugees, when interviewed by the media Nyheter Idag, said that the man no longer lives at the asylum house and nobody knows where he is today, but they certainly hope that he's locked up. What you don't see in this video, however, is that after this, the cops called for reinforcement and 2 male cops arrived at the scene. When they tried to apprehend the man, they were both pushed to the ground. I've seen people comment on this clip saying that, well, clearly affirmative action doesn't work. Look what gender quotas lead to. And it's kind of funny, but it's also irrelevant. I mean, obviously, Swedish men are just as incompetent. And it's kind of interesting to compare the difference between Swedish police and American police. And yet, people have the nerve to bitch about institutionalized racism in Sweden. Now, I want to point something out here that's quite frightening. When the guy hit that blonde woman, she dropped her baton in front of the car, and right after that, she immediately walks away. In fact, they all walk away soon after. What if she had dropped her gun? What if this madman had managed to take the gun off of one of these cops and started firing? This could have ended really, really badly. But it's also important to note that you can't put all the blame on the individual cops involved here. Police in Sweden are basically attacked by the mainstream media as soon as they get rough with criminals, whether it was warranted or not. And we have a political establishment that's promoting dialogue police over actual police. After years and years of pseudo-academical bullshit about structural racism, violence monopoly, and norm critique, this is the result. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen? I mean, I see a lot of people complaining about the cops being pathetic, but cops can't even take rough action towards someone that's being unruly without winding up in a bureaucratic shitstorm themselves. I mean, they can't even rely on their boss holding their back when someone hits them up with accusations of police brutality. If you ask me, the biggest criticism should be aimed at the crusaders of limp dicks, whose infant ideology permeates every aspect of Swedish society. The police force in Sweden is far from the only institution that's been perverted by the idea that perpetrators are victims.